I know that I've been talking a lot about the frying pan on my channel a lot recently, but that is starting to beg the question, is this frying pan too overpowered? Is it too OP to actually use in-game? Well, we're gonna discuss this. First, let's just start off with the fact that the idea of the mace is a very, very fun idea. I think that damage, based off of how far you fall onto the ground, is a very fun idea. I really like it. I think that this item does put into consideration a lot of high risk, high reward whenever it comes to your damage. Especially whenever it's just unenchanted and nothing crazy is really happening with it. However, why did I not name this thing frying pan earlier? Now, the way that this frying pan actually works is that the farther you fall, the more damage you do. Obviously. And it does launch a couple of other mobs up into the air. Just the ability alone to send other mobs and players flying up into the air is already pretty overpowered. This also gives it some slight crowd control, which is also pretty overpowered. However, this thing gets more overpowered whenever you start adding enchantments onto the darn thing. Whenever you add Wind Burst 3 to your frying pan, then whenever you fall, you hit a mob and then you get sent flying back up. It's a very fun enchantment that I have made my shorts about in the past, so go check those out if you're interested. But all this thing really does is just set you up for another hit. Honestly, that's pretty cool. I like that. If you can just get really good with this thing, then I think that this can be a very good weapon to use. Believe it or not, this thing can get even more overpowered. We have this enchantment here called Density, which whenever you apply it onto your frying pan, it will give you more damage the higher up you go. The difference between the frying pan without density and the one with density is that this one will add in an extra multiplier whenever you hit mobs. And combine that with wind bursts and you're just invincible. That is with wind burst if you can like land a water bucket clutch or something just to stay alive. I would say that the only catch, if you can even call it a good enough catch, is that the frying pan does take durability the higher up you actually go from. And so do you, apparently. Aside from that, whenever you start hitting mobs again, all you have to do is build up one block, jump, and then just land a proper hit for you to actually be able to get a very high amount of damage already, which in and of itself is very overpowered. So you don't even need the jump boost that I explained in my previous short. Is the mace too overpowered? Absolutely. I think that this thing is busted strong. Just the ability to go flying up 23 blocks from a 1 block tall ledge and jumping is very overpowered. I think that this thing will need to be nerfed in some ways, but I feel like that this item is a very good way of saying, here you go, here's your toy, you proved that you don't need it. If you want to be OP, use it how you want. If you don't want to be OP, then don't use it. So yeah, that's my opinions on the mace. Let me know what you guys think about the mace in the comments. Is it balanced? Is it not? Let me know. I'd love to hear your opinions. And yeah, subscribe for frying pan or something. I don't know.